Matt, what are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? Are we waiting? Okay, let's go. Louis Pena. P-E-N-A. Got it. What? Right here, Luis, 5 seconds.
154.5 for Mr. Luis Pena.
Good. How are you this morning?
Nico Price looking to make the welterweight limit up next. Seems to be in very good spirits.
Yes. You remember.
170 for Mr. Nico Price.
150. 116. Oh, yeah.
Amanda Rivas up next. She'll be taking on Mackenzie Dern in a strawweight bout. $115 for Amanda Rivas. With a smile and all. Looks like she had a good week.
How you feeling today, huh? Yeah.
I'm doing quite well. Having some issues here with the setup for the live stream, by the way. For those who are tuning in right now, I'm next to Pat Barry. Pat Barry, how are you, sir?
Pretty good, man. I'm feeling good. She made weight. We're ready.
Easy weight cut?
Yes. Easiest one she's had so far. See you on the
All right, see it. That was Pat Barry, Mr. Pat Barry. We haven't talked to him in a while. to corner JJ Aldrich, and she had a successful weight cut. Up next is Michelle Watterson. I apologize for the weighing stream issues right now. Had a little problem with my webcam, so had to figure some other means. But we got Michelle Watterson up next. She obviously will be looking to make 115 pounds or 16 for the 1 pound allowance at strawweight. Remember, this is not a title fight. $115 for Michelle Watterson. She will obviously be looking to take on Joanna Jędrzejczyk in the main event of UFC Tampa. A lot has been made about Jędrzejczyk's weight. She has not weighed in, so we've yet to see what's going on with that. And up next is Tim Elliott. $125.5 for Mr. Tim Elliott, former UFC title challenger.
Next to the scale, we have Teresa and Puerto.
Figueiredo's up next, looking to make 125 pounds. $125.5 for Mr. Figueiredo.
Okay, thank you. 170. Sorry about that.
Next to the scale, we have Mike Davis.
Mike Davis up next. He took this fight on short notice. I believe it was just 4 days. But he said the weight was no issue, so you should expect him to make weight here for UFC Tampa. $155.5 for Mike Davis. He said he was going to make weight, and he made weight.
Same thing.
Next to the scale, we have Matt Frivola.
Matt Frivola up next. He's a Tampa guy. It's like his second home, so expect a big pop when he comes into the arena on Saturday night. He'll be taking on Luis Peña, who we saw weigh in earlier. He was, in fact, the first to weigh in, so if Matt Frivola makes weight, that bout will be official. This might have not made, I'll explain to you guys later. 154 for Mr. Matt Frivola, successfully making the lightweight limit.
170.
Before we started Matt Frivola's scrum yesterday at Media Day, he was eyeing out some cinnamon rolls that that were there in the room. It was making him very hungry. Hopefully he gets to get that cinnamon roll after all.
Right. Do all that not in front of the banner.
$169.5. 169.5.
Thank you. Your chart is 185.
Next to the scale, we have Gerald Mercer.
Gerald is up next, looking to make 185 pounds. He revealed yesterday that he plays the alto saxophone, and he even admitted that he was a band geek back in high school. Probably the toughest band geek in the history of the US, perhaps.
184.5.
184.5. Looks like we got a long line of fighters. Up next is Eric Anders,
All right, next to the scale, Eric Andrews.
Gerald's opponent. So looks like we're gonna get an official bout right here. If obviously Mr. Eric Anders makes weight, but he looks to be in good spirits from what I saw of him standing in the line.
$186.
186 for Mr. Eric Anders.
170.
All right, next to the scale, we have Alex Morano.
Alex Morano's up next.
Let's go.
170 for Alex Morano.
Thank you. 205. Unless it's about to shop his weight. No, 115. 115. Change.
Next to the scale, Joanna Jędrzejczyk.
Joanna Jędrzejczyk up next. She's got a smile on. She looks to be in good energy, obviously considering the weight cut. There she is smiling at the MMA Fighting live stream. All smiles. Clearly looking in fantastic shape. Very ripped, very tan. There were reports earlier this week that she would not make weight for her UFC Tampa main event bout with Michelle Waterson. Big moment for her right now as she's on the scale. The room goes quiet.
$115.5.
115.5 for Joanna Jędrzejczyk. She successfully makes weight for her bout with Michelle Waterson in the main event of UFC Tampa. And that bout is official. And as you can see, Michelle Waterson there looking, she seems to have a smile, a big smile on her, because her bout with Yana Jędrzejczyk is now official. She's addressing the rumors right now. She seems very happy, has this big smile on her. Clearly not a very difficult weight cut for her. Look, and there's a nice hug between the two competitors who will be taking on each other in the main event of UFC Tampa. So, nice moment. Nice little moment there between the two strawweights. It was clear that Michelle Waterson really wanted this bout, and she was rooting for Yana Jędrzejczyk to make the weight, and she did. It's nothing to worry about, guys. We got ourselves a main event. Devin Clark up next. He's on the scale right now, looking to hit 205.
205.5.
205.5 for Mr. Devin Clark. All right, so for those people that were complaining about the tripod,
Next to the scale up, Andre Ewell.
I take pride on having a steady hand, and look,
These guys are hiding behind the thing.
without the tripod, I was able to get that beautiful moment between Michelle Waterson and Yana Jędrzejczyk. Very happy that they both made weight and their bout is official. Obviously, a very important bout for both fighters, so they really wanted this one.
All right, 135.
5 seconds. 5. Thank you, babe.
135 for Andrea Will.
185. If it's the one that's in front right now.
Next to the scale, Marvin Vettori.
Marvin Vettori up next. Gets a nice little pop from the crowd right behind us here at the UFC Tampa official weigh-ins. He will obviously be looking to make 185.
$185.
185 from Mr. Marvin Vettori.
Thank you, babe. Down 205.
Looks like we got a light heavyweight up next.
Next to the scale, we got Ryan Spann.
Up next is Ryan Spann. Looks like Ryan Spann threw it looks like some lint off the scale.
205.
205 for Mr. Ryan Spann. Yeah, he threw some lint off the scale because, I don't know, maybe that could have added a little more weight to his final weight.
Next to the scale, we have Miguel Baeza.
Miguel Baeza is up next. He'll be taking on Mexico's Hector Aldana in a welterweight bout, so he will obviously be looking to hit the 170-pound mark right now as he steps on the scale. And it looks like the line here at the UFC Tampa weigh-ins is just never ending. 170 for Michael Baeza. So have several more fighters to weigh in.
scale, we have Thomas Gifford.
Thomas Gifford is up next. He'll be looking to make 155, and with him is Coach Mark Montoya. Thomas said he started training under Mark Montoya earlier this year, and it's just been completely life-changing.
Let him get it first, Thomas.
$155 for Mr. Thomas Gifford.
115.
Mackenzie Dern is up next. She's also had some weight issues in the past, but she said this has been her easiest weight cut, despite obviously recently coming back from pregnancy. So one would think it'd be quite the opposite, but no. She says she's the lightest she's ever been. She was only 2 pounds away from the strawweight mark yesterday, so she should be making the strawweight limit with no problem here. 115 with ease. Is this Mackenzie Dern 2.0? It might be. Or it might just be Mom Mackenzie. No weight cutting issues at all. Makes it 115 championship weight with ease. And she sends a kiss to her husband and her daughter, who are back here at the UFC Tampa weigh-ins.
Thank you.
Looks like up next we got Cub Swanson.
I know, I love it. Then we can go take a break. Straight in.
146 for Cub Swanson. Successfully makes weight. He will be fighting in the co-main event bout of UFC Tampa against undefeated Kron Gracie.
170.
We got a welterweight up next, who used to be a former lightweight. Of course, I am talking about James Vick. He'll be taking on Nico Price, who we saw weigh in earlier. I believe this will be the fight before the co-main event. So third to last fight at UFC Tampa. 170 and a half for James Vick. James Vick said this was an easy weight cut. 170 was no problem for him. And he wasn't having issues making 155 before, so 170 was not a big deal for him. So you may ask, why the jump? Well, he's in a 3-fight losing streak and just looking to try something else, looking to see if maybe he gets a different look at 170. Andrew Sanchez is up next. He'll be looking to make the middleweight limit, for his bout against Marvin Vettori. $184 for Mr. Andrew Sanchez. Looks like we got one last fighter before we take a quick break here. And that is Mr. Hector Aldana from Mexico.
We do have 40. Right here.
170 for Hector Aldana.
Thank you.
This is about with Miguel
All right.
Baeza is official. And I believe there might be a break here. I'm not sure.
3 left. We're on hold. Not bad at all. Yeah, Mark.
All right. So here's what's gonna happen, my friends. I am gonna end this stream, but don't go anywhere. Stick around on MMA Fighting's YouTube page because I'll have another stream in just a few seconds. All right. Y'all complaining about the tripod? All right. Well, I'm gonna get you better stability here in a second. So now that we have a little break, I'll be doing that. So again, do not go anywhere. Stick around MMA Fighting's YouTube page because another stream will be popping up just momentarily. All right. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for sticking around. We'll be back in just 1 second.
He's not for the prelim. Push him again. It's going to be tight.
All right. Apparently, it's not letting me end it.
They're gonna probably get rid of it.
Fun. All right. No, there we go. Oh.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Back. I am sorry, people. All right, there we go. Finally.